Good morning, first graders. Today we are on page 239, and our objective today I will solve equations with an unknown first or second addend. Okay, so the big part of today is we're going to solve equations with an unknown. So let's talk about our vocabulary. Our first vocabulary is reminding us what our addends are. Numbers added together to form a sum. So if we have an addition problem, 1 plus 2 equals 3, our addends are the 1 and the 2. Those are our addends. The numbers that we're adding together are called addends, and our answer is called our sum. Okay. The rest of the vocabulary is just showing you examples, but I'm going to show you my own examples, friends, so you don't need to, we're not going to go over that. I'm going to show you how I'll be doing this. Okay, so I'm going to get started right away. Here is my first problem, and my first problem says 3 plus x equals 8. Okay, boys and girls, x is what we'd call our unknown. When you get older, sometimes they call it a variable. But our unknown could be a letter. We're going to see unknowns that are shapes. We're going to see unknowns that are boxes. It just means we don't know what the number is. We just don't know what the number is. Okay, so I'm going to start by drawing a number bond. I'm going to start by drawing a number bond. So here's my number bond, and remember the top is my whole, and then I have my two parts. So this is my part, and this is a part, and then on the top, this is my whole. Okay, so what do I see in my equation? I see that I have 3 plus x equals 8. So my addends are here, and my addends are my two parts. So I know one part is 3, but the other part I don't know what it is. It's x. I'm not sure what that is yet. It's my unknown. But I do know my sum is my whole. My sum is my whole. So I have to find out what's the other part. 3 plus another part gives me 8. So when I do this, boys and girls, I like to use my counting on strategy. I'm going to count on and say, I have 3. How many more do I need to get to 8? Let's do it. Let's go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many more did I need to count on to get to 8? I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my other part is 5, which means my unknown was 5. So my equation is 3 plus 5 equals 8. And I found out what my missing addend was, or my unknown addend. Okay, let's look at another one of those. Here's my next one, and it says box or square plus 4 equals 10. So this is my unknown. So instead of using a letter, this time they're using a shape. Okay, so I'm going to do the same idea though, friends. I'm going to do my number bond. So I have my whole here. This is my whole, which will be my sum for addition. And then I have my part. And I have another part. So what do I know? I don't know what my first addend is. Because these are my addends right here. And I don't know my first one. It's unknown. But I know my second addend. My second addend is 4. And then I know my whole, or my sum, is 10. So even though my first addend is missing and not my second, I can still use my counting on strategy because I know these two addends or these two parts need to equal my one whole or my one sum. So I'm going to do it the same thing. I'm going to say I have 4, and then I'm going to count on till 10. So ready? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many did I have to count on to get to 10? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my other part is 6. So my unknown addend is 6. So my equation is 6 plus 4 equals 10. Okay, boys and girls, let's do some of these together. We are on page 240. If you can grab your pencil and join me on page 240. And here's our first problem. Okay, we have triangle. This is our unknown, so they're using a shape of a triangle, but we don't know what the number is. So triangle plus 4 equals 8. Okay, so they already drew our number bond for us, so we don't need to do that. But what do we know? These are our addends. And my first addend is missing. I don't know what that is. It's an unknown. But I know my second addend is 4. And I know my sum, or my whole, is 8. Okay, so we're going to use our count-on strategy, and we're going to ask ourselves, how many more do we need to count on from 4 to get to our whole of 8? So let's start. We're going to say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we counted on enough and we got to 8. So how many goes in this unknown or this first addend? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our unknown, our first addend, which was unknown, is 4. And they don't have us write it, but we could write it. We could say, so our equation is 4 plus 4 equals 8. So our two addends equals our sum. Okay, let's do one more of these together. Here's our next one. And it says 7 plus m equals 8. So m is our unknown. So they're using a letter again. So we don't know what that addend is. Okay, so here's our two addends. And we know our first addend, our first part is 7. Our second one we don't know. But we know our sum is 11. Our sum is 11. Okay, so we're going to use our count-on strategy. We're going to say these two parts have to equal our whole. So we're going to say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so how many is in this part? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our unknown addend must be 4. And then we can write our equation. So we have 7 plus, instead of m, it's 4, equals a sum of 11. So our two addends equal our sum of 11. Okay, boys and girls, you're going to be working on some of these today on your own and with your teacher. Have a great day. Bye-bye.